Hey, so if you're single, dating in Sydney and an expat, this video is for you. So about more than 10 years ago when I came to Australia, I found it really difficult to make friends and to even find people I wanted to date. And this is when dating apps were a thing. I just found it really difficult to meet people to make a genuine connection with. The one thing to be mindful of is your visa. So if you're in Australia, then I know you know how difficult it is to get a visa and to stay in Australia. Not to worry if you're a tourist. Tourist visa lasts for 3 months, and you can, go see Australia. You can't work though, so it'll get you the foot in the door. A lot of people come on student visas, which lets you study here for as long as you want. I think there are no restrictions. And then after that, I think you get 2 years to work, and then you hope to be sponsored by either someone else, a partner, or an employee visa. Last time I checked, lets you work for 1 year, lets you stay and work for a year in Australia, and you can work for an employer for up to 6 months, and then you have to swap. And then if you want to stay for an extra year, then you have to do farm work. But I came on a work visa. But my point is, the visa thing is such a big issue when it comes to dating, because locals might think that if you're an expat, that you'd be dating them for a visa, and expats might think that the locals are assuming the same thing, which is why in a lot of profiles, especially where they're expats, they will actually write their visa status so that to make it known, no, I'm not dating, I'm not wanting to date because I want a visa, I already have one. So that's one thing to be mindful of. And a second thing is, if you're an expat dating, there's a big chance that you're just going to be dating other expats. I find that making friends who were born and raised in Australia was really tricky, because I'm in my 30s, and at this stage everyone's got their core, they've got their crew, they've got their core friendship circles, and they're not all that interested in making new friends, close friends at least. So breaking into that was a little bit difficult. I know that when I first arrived to Australia, most of my friends were Aussie, but they were from another city, trying to make friends and form new connections as well. So I would say, yeah, the visa thing is an issue, making new friends is an issue, and off the back of that, if you're not meeting local friends, then you're not really meeting local guys or girls as well. So that can be a little bit tricky. The third thing to consider when you're dating as a single expat in Sydney would probably be the cultural differences. So I think I did a video on this. Dating Aussie men is different from dating Canadian men, especially where I grew up. So when I came here, I think in Australia, it's all, pretty much 50-50. The dating is very casual. Guys won't go approach you on the street and ask you out. They'll ask you to hang out. And I haven't dated in a while, so I'm not sure if this is the same in Canada now, but from what I remember and what I compared when I first arrived here was, yeah, dating here is a lot more lax, and guys don't really approach you here in Australia, which is why I think dating apps are great, because it removes that barrier. So the 3 things, again, just to recap about things you should know dating as a single and an expat in Sydney would be, 1, the visa thing. So if you already have a visa and don't need a sponsor, I highly recommend you put that in your dating profile, just to shut all the assumptions that other daters might have. 2 is, if you want to meet other locals, if you want to meet local friends or just local people to connect with, go to the suburbs. Because that's where people hang out. No one hangs out in Sydney CBD, especially not on a weekend. But I think Sydney is made up with little hubs and little communities. So go there, because that's where the locals are. And then the third thing is just adapt. Get to know how people date here in Sydney. Make some single girlfriends, and they'll tell you what it's all about. And most of all, don't get offended if people aren't asking you out, if people don't pick up the tab. They're not cheap. It's just the way that the culture is and how they were raised when it comes to dating. Obviously, everyone will have their different preferences, but yeah, in general, dating in Australia is very, very relaxed. So if you like this video and you want more specifically about dating in Sydney as a single expat, you can email me. Also, whether or not you find someone, your one, to date, all depends on your mindset, right? So I've got a free course that I'll link below. It's called Mindset for Love. It's designed for single women who are kind of stuck and maybe looking to find out why they might still be single. So check it out, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.